Assalamu alaikum and very good day. My name is Chaudhry Muhammad Aziz Anwar. Today I will be presenting my organizational behavior case study. This presentation is based on a case organization known as Future Edge Consultants, operating in the business and strategic advisory industry. The purpose of this presentation is to critically analyze organizational behavior issues and propose practical solutions by applying relevant management and behavioral theories. These slides present the roadmap of my presentation. The discussion is divided into four major sections. First, I will analyze leadership and trust, focusing on leadership challenges and strategies to rebuild trust. Second, I will discuss power and workplace politics and how they contribute to conflict. Third, I will evaluate organizational structure and culture. And finally, I will explain change and stress management strategies. Each section direct addresses the required questions from Q1 to Q4 as stated in the assessment brief. The case organization Future Edge Consultants operates in the business and strategic advisory sector. The organization has experienced rapid growth, which is generally positive. However, this growth has created several internal challenges. Employees are dissatisfied, internal processes are inefficient, and leadership practices are inconsistent. The core issue is that the organization's people management systems, leadership approach, and organizational culture have not evolved in line with its rapid expansion, leading to behavioral and performance problems. This slide highlights the major organizational behavior challenges identified in the case. These include inconsistent leadership behavior, lack of trust and transparency, workplace politics, rigid organizational culture, and high stress level among employees. Collectively, these issues have resulted in reduced productivity, poor teamwork, and increased employee turnover. If these problems remain unaddressed, they can seriously affect organizational performance and long-term sustainability. Future Edge Consultant faces several leadership challenges. Decision making is unclear and inconsistent across departments, and leadership styles vary significantly. Employees are rarely involved in decision making processes, and communication from management is often weak or delayed. As a result, employees feel undervalued and disconnected from leadership. This negatively affects trust, lowers morale, reduces motivation, and weakens employees' commitment to organizational goals. One effective strategy to rebuild trust is transformational leadership. Transformational leadership inspires employees through a clear vision and motivate them to perform beyond expectations. They encourage participation, empower employees, and focus on continuous learning and development. By adopting this leadership style, employees feel valued and recognized, which increases motivation, emotional commitment, and trust in leadership. Another important strategy is ethical and transparent leadership. This involves honest communication, fair decision making, and holding leaders accountable for their actions. When leaders behave ethically and transparently, employees feel secure and respected. This approach restores confidence in management, reduces fear and uncertainty, and strengthens trust throughout the organization. I will now move to part 2 of my presentation, which focuses on power dynamics and workplace politics within Future Edge Consultants. In this section, I will examine how power is distributed and exercised across departments and individuals, and how informal political behavior develops in the workplace. I will also explain how this power dynamics contributes to organization conflict, reduce cooperation, and strained working relationship, which directly affect employee performance and trust. At Future Ed Consultants, power dynamics arises due to departmental silos, competition for influence, and informal authority networks. Some individuals or departments attempt to control information and decision making. These power struggles lead to interpersonal conflicts, reduced collaboration, and a toxic work environment. Such political behavior distracts employees from organizational objectives and damages trust among teams. To resolve conflicts constructively, trust-based negotiation strategies are recommended. This approach focuses on achieving mutually beneficial outcomes rather than personal advantages. Open communication forums allow employees to express concerns, while neutral mediation by HR or leadership ensures fairness. These strategies help improve relationships, reduce political behavior, and promote cooperation. Now, I will move to part 3 of my presentation, which focuses on organizational structure and organizational culture. In this section, I will evaluate how the current structure affects efficiency, communication, and employee behavior. I will also discuss how culture influences teamwork, motivation, and overall organizational performance, especially in growing organizations like Future Edge Consultants. The current organizational structure at Future Edge Consultant is highly centralized, meaning most decisions are made at top management level. Reporting lines are unclear and coordination between the department is weak, which create confusion among employees. Because of this structure, decisions are delayed, communication breakdowns, and employees often feel frustrated. As a result, efficiency declines, teamwork is affected, and employees struggle to perform their roles effectively. To address these structural issues, a decentralized and team-based structure is recommended. Under this structure, decision-making authority is shared with teams and middle management. This allows faster decisions, improves accountability, and encourages better collaboration across departments. It also empowers employees, increases responsiveness to client needs, and supports flexibility in a dynamic business environment. In addition to structural change, cultural improvement is equally important. The organization should promote collaboration, teamwork, innovation, and adaptability among employees. A positive and inclusive culture makes employees feel valued and respected. This improves engagement, aligns employees' behavior with organizational goals, and supports sustainable long-term growth. I will now move to the final part of my presentation, which focuses on change and stress management. This section explains how organization can manage change effectively while also supporting employee well-being during periods of transition. Effective change management requires clear communication of the change vision, effective employee involvement, strong leadership support, and gradual implementation. When employees understand why change is necessary and how it will benefit them, resistance is reduced. Involving employees in the change process builds trust and acceptance. As a result, transitions become smoother and organizational change is implemented more successfully. Workplace stress at Future Ed Consultant is mainly caused by role ambiguity, heavy workloads, and political pressure. If stress is not managed, it can lead to burnout, low morale, and reduced performance. Stress can be managed through wellness programs, clearly defined job roles, and supportive leadership. Managing stress effectively helps create a resilient workforce that can adapt to change and maintain performance. In conclusion, the organizational behavior challenges faced by future edge consultants are interconnected. Leadership, structure, culture, power, and stress all influence employee behavior and performance. By adopting ethical and transformational leadership, reducing workplace politics, improving structure and culture, and managing change and stress effectively, the organization can enhance employee satisfaction and productivity. Overall, people focused strategies are essential for achieving long term organizational success. Thank you very much for your time and intention. I hope this presentation has clearly explained the key organizational behavior challenges faced by future edge consultants, along with the practical solution proposed. Through this case, we can see how leadership, structure, culture, power, change, and stress management are closely connected, influencing employee behavior and organizational performance. This concludes my presentation. Thank you.